Hey everyone, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and today we're taking a closer look at the BBK 2 3/4 inch mid-pipe available for your 2010 through 2015 Camaro SS at home. Now, there are two big reasons why LS3 owners might want to consider this mid-pipe from BBK. Either you're looking to gradually increase the volume of your stock exhaust, or you want to increase the volume of your aftermarket axle back. On top of that, this would be a great way to help eliminate those factory resonators and the restrictions that come along with that to help increase the exhaust flow while still keeping the car emissions friendly, as these do retain the stock cats once installed. Now, moving into the sound you can expect here with the BBK in place, and honestly, it's really going to depend heavily on your current exhaust setup. And what I mean by that is, guys, if you currently have a stock exhaust on your SS, the difference in sound is certainly going to be noticeable, but it's going to be relatively minor overall. Now, on the other hand, if you have an aftermarket axle back currently on the car, well, expect that system to get significantly louder depending on your starting point. Now, again, it's really hard to pinpoint just exactly how much louder your car will get because it really just depends on what you have on the car, but just keep in mind if you're starting with a relatively mild system, difference will probably be pretty minor overall. But if you're starting with an aftermarket axle back that is already very aggressive, well, then once you add this into the equation, it is going to be ear piercing. So just keep that in mind. Now, I would say if we're breaking out our wake to neighbor scale here, maybe 1 to 2 additional levels on our wake to neighbor scale with this installed. And again, that is really hard to pinpoint because there's so many different types of systems out there. Also worth mentioning here, guys, is the fact that yes, you are going to be deleting those resonators. That's kind of the big deal here, but it's also going to be something to keep in mind when you're increasing the sound, deleting resonators. It can have the tendency to introduce a little bit of a boominess or a drone inside the car while cruising. I think most owners will just kind of live with it because you like hearing the car, but it is something to be aware of at the end of the day. All right, moving into construction, and the BBK, for its relatively affordable price point, is going to deliver the goods as far as build quality and materials are concerned. You're starting with mandrel-bent 2 3/4 inch stainless steel tubing here, CNC mandrel-bent that is. This particular system does include the X-pipe, as you guys can see right there. X-pipes traditionally contribute to a little bit more bite to the exhaust system. Don't necessarily want to call it rasp with the LS3 because I don't think that's an accurate description, but just know it certainly does add a little bit more of a bite or an edge to the tone overall. Now, I do want to remind you guys, the mid-pipe does not alter the emission systems in any way since the cats are going to be in place. This installs after those cats. This system is going to be 50 state legal. Also want to remind you guys at home watching this that this system is designed to be used with the factory manifolds or factory headers, or if you've installed an aftermarket shorty header, this will still vibe pretty well with you. It is not designed to work with any Camaros equipped with long tube headers. For that, you're going to need what is called a shorty mid-pipe, and this just isn't the right system for you. Now, landing at or around that mid $300 price point, the BBK option is certainly going to be the most affordable mid-pipe on the site for the 5th gen Camaro owners out there, especially for you guys looking to go with something with a full stainless steel build at the most affordable price point possible. This is going to be exactly what you need. Now, companies like Corsa, MRT, and Borla, they're also gonna offer a few different X-pipes and H-pipes here on the site, but their systems typically are gonna be, I would say, at least more than double the price of the BBK X-pipe that we have here today. So I would say it's one thing if this thing was made out of aluminized steel and not that great of a build quality, but that's not the case. Again, full stainless, solid build, CNC mandrel-bent. There's really a lot to like here at the price point. All right, now we want to shift gears and talk about the install. Not just talk about it, we're actually going to show you how it goes down. Site is going to call this one a solid 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you a couple of hours to complete from start to finish. But again, now to give you a better idea of just how things might go down in the garage or driveway at home, here's an American Muscle customer to walk you through it.
Getting under the car, the only thing I've found so far that we're going to need is a 15mm socket, and I'll crawl under the car and my little impact, show you some more there. So I'm actually under the car now. Last summer I installed high flow cats And they come back to the original pipe. We're going to be removing these to drop the exhaust straight down. But it goes back. There's another cross member piece there that we'll take out, make it a little easier. Last summer I also installed the Flowmaster FX axle back exhaust. So I'm hoping the pipes sort of separate easier. The Flowmaster has the black tips. I've found all that on AmericanMuscle as well. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and start removing the plates to drop the exhaust down. There's on this front cross piece, there's 4 bolts on each side. Get these out of the way, probably be a little easier to get the exhaust straight down. So I'm going to remove the clamps off the axle back. Loosen them up. They should just slide forward. Like I said, I installed this last summer, so hopefully everything slides apart a little easier. If it's an older exhaust, you're probably going to need Sawzall, hammers, all that. I'm going to move to the front and get them clamps now. All right, front clamps, they gave us new ones, so I'm not worried about leaving those on there. Get all that over there. So there's, you can see how these are the stock ones. On the stock pipe, it has this clamp like latch piece so you can bring it back and forth. Let's get this one off now. Feel that pipe dropping down. It should just pop forward out of those backs. So like I said, with doing the exhaust upgrades last year, the X pipe came out and the extension pipes basically slid right out. So this is what the original one looks like. Actually, it's not the original one. Someone's been into this exhaust prior to me. So there are 2 different size clamps. The ones that are marked 2.5 inch actually go to the front of the X pipe to the cat side. The larger ones will be used on the back to connect it all. I've got the front X pipe under the car. I'm going to use a jack to hold it up there, and we'll get to installing some exhaust. So I'm going to take the clamps, I'm going to put them up here and put a line on here for halfway, so we know how far to slide that on. So I put the clamps up on there at my halfway mark. I'm going to go ahead and get the pipe on the jack just to hold it up. I'm actually not going to tighten the clamps yet until I get the back pipes in case I have to move it around or something. So on the Flowmaster exhaust, I'm going to be reusing the original clamps there. They don't come with new ones for the BBK. So we've got the X pipe just hanging up in the front. I've got the clamps up in there. So I'm going to go ahead and slide the right pipe. Let's do the clamp. Like I said, I'm going to reuse the original Flowmaster clamps. Just slide them up on there. And then we'll slide the pipes on. Now there is two different pipes, which I didn't originally realize. The bends have a lot to do with it. So we're gonna put that in, bring it up. I'm gonna go ahead and slide the clamp on here. And then put that on there. So go ahead and do the left one now. Those were clamped down before, so it's kind of a bear to get them in, but so we're gonna slide this clamp on here, bring it up, slide it over. I think what I'm gonna do is mark both these halfway, and then we'll use the jack to lift it up, and we'll tighten everything up. Go ahead and tighten clamps up at this point. Get them moved to our halfway mark. I may have gone up too far. Pause. So we're gonna tighten these up first. Then we'll move to the back. So we're gonna tighten these clamps up. These back here. Alrighty, and then we'll reinstall our cross members here. So we went ahead and put in the cross member piece. This one actually has two cutouts, so you can actually put it up in there and hang it for now, and then put it up in there. So just starting the bolt, it's gonna bolt it up in there.
All right, guys, wrapping this one up here again. If you are looking for an affordable, well-built mid-pipe to increase the volume and flow of the exhaust on your 5th Gen SS at home, be sure to check out this full stainless option from BBK right here at AmericanMuscle.com.